Hi everybody. I am so cold today. It is snowing here in Kentucky and I don't like it. Even though I'm from Michigan originally, I do not like the cold. My hands are freezing. I'm wearing a hoodie in the house and I'm the only one that's really cold, to be honest. So I'm not going to crank the heat up and make everybody else miserable. So hoodies and bundling, that's something I did learn as a Michigander. All right, I'm going to really quickly send this over to my VIP group. If you're hopping on, say hello. If you're watching this on a replay, just go ahead and put hashtag replay. I've got some fun things that we're going to do today. And I'm going to show you guys how you can chalk on things that maybe you didn't think you could chalk on. So let's send this over to the VIP group. Like I said, if you are not a Chalk Couture designer and you would love to know more about what I do, you guys can also find that out. But if you are not a Chalk Couture designer and you would love to be in the VIP group, hop on over there. It is awesome. You get a little bit of a heads up on things. So I bought these really cute houses at IKEA. IKEA is one of my favorite stores, I'm not gonna lie. And they were discounted, and I always check the discount section of stores. I don't know about you, but I do. I'm all about a bargain, right? So I'm actually going to chalk on these. These were super cute. I loved them. Even though we did have houses and we have other things, you can chalk on wood. You can chalk on so many different things. So just kind of keep that in mind. This is just kind of show you guys that you can actually chalk on other things than our surfaces. Not that our surfaces aren't amazing, because they absolutely are. And obviously they're going to work a lot better because they're designed with our transfers and our paste and everything. But we are going to do both of these houses using this buffalo plaid and Chalk Couture teal, because that is one of my favorite colors. And we're going to get started. So I'm going to move you guys down so you guys can see better on what I'm doing. I know it's not going to go down too far. So as you can see, I have this big D-size transfer. It's just like any of our other transfers. There's all the care instructions are back here on the back. Now, I have a couple of these that I've used over the years, and I usually cut them in half. I'm not going to lie, that's what I do. I have some that are solid because I want them for like pillows and things like that. So I'm not recommending that you cut your transfers at all, but if it makes it more manageable for you, maybe it would be easier for you to do that. So I'm going to keep my packaging and my backer sheet, and I'm going to take our transfer trimmers, and I'm just going to cut this in half. Now, it is going to fray because there is silk screen on this, okay? But this is just going to make it a little bit easier for me than to do it a different way. So we're just going to run with it, right? So we're, of course, going to fuzz this, because we are using paste. Now, I could have pulled this completely off of its backer sheet, and I could have laid it down on this and just done it that way so that they're both symmetrical. You can do that as well. I'm just going to go with this. I'm just going to do it this way because I like this. So I'm just going to put buffalo plaid and top. And I'm going to actually put a number 1 right here, just so I know that this is the number 1. Okay, so actually I probably could do both on this one sheet, to be honest. We could totally do that. Just got to pull it off its backer sheet. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. I hope wherever you are, it's warm and your weather is actually decent. Ours is not. Ours is super cold. We have a little cold spurt that come through. I mean, it's going to go back into the 40s and 50s, so I can't complain. It's a couple days. I mean, we can make it work, right? That's what crafting is for, to make it work so that we can stay inside and be warm. I actually had my fireplace downstairs going because I was like super cold. So that is, I'm like, ooh, I need some hot cocoa or something. I am so cold and I just can't get warm. That is part of my anemia, actually. So if you are somebody who just cannot get warm, I feel for you, because I am that person. Sometimes it feels like it's not enough bundled up under a bunch of blankets or hoodies or anything like that. Okay. So we're going to actually do it like this. We're going to lay these down just next to each other like that. And we're just going to put, yeah, we're going to do it like this. I'm going to show you guys. And I'm going to push this down. And of course, you're going to see, obviously, there's these teal spots that are, and this is not even here. So that's actually a little bit raised. Here, let me figure this out here. I want them to kind of be level, just because I'm going to have them sitting next to each other. And I know my OCD is not going to allow me to look at this and be like, oh, this one's different than this one. But we are going to do our Chalk Couture teal. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, it's been a minute. I'm not going to lie. It's been a minute. So let's get this paste back to where it needs to be. We are going to add in some distilled water, mixing it around, getting it back to that consistency. I mean, of course, I have other colors on the wall. I have all the colors that are available currently. And if you guys missed our color of the month, guys, you're gonna want to set a reminder for the first of every month to get that color of the month. So we're gonna chalk this, all right? We're just gonna start going right here, pulling this through that silk screen. And we are gonna get this going. Doesn't take a lot of paste, it really doesn't. It probably looks like more because obviously I'm gooping this on pretty thick, but that's so I can move it around and I don't have to keep dipping. Okay, and I'm going to try and keep these as level as possible. And I can see a little bit of that black through there, and so I'm trying to cover it. But you guys, we have a like a joke with chalk. If it sits still long enough, you can chalk on it. And you can use the same transfer with paste and ink. So that's even better because it's a money saver. And this Buffalo Plaid is still available. I was looking at different patterns. A lot of our patterns were sold out. So I was like, ooh, what do I do? So I was looking, I didn't want to go with like a Christmassy pattern. I wanted to go with an everyday, or what we call evergreen. And this one just screamed at me, and I was like, oh, I loved the Buffalo Plaid when they had the mini, was like one of my favorites. And I just loved just the look of it. One year I even did it all for my Christmas decorations because I was like, I love Buffalo Plaid. It's so cute. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to peel this up. It's going to take me just a second, guys, because I'm trying to not move it too much. So I'm using these spots that are not chalked on to hold it. All right, I'm going to stick this on my table. And we are going to dry this. They look super cute. I love it. Clean up our mess as we go. I am like that. I don't know if anybody else is like that. I am a clean up as you go. I cook, when I make crafts. Unless I'm just in a zone, I try. Okay, so like these pieces that are solid are going to take a little bit to dry. And you know what would be super cute on this is our new monograms. If you're going to layer, what you would do is you would dry this. You would let it sit for a minute. Of course, make sure it's all nice and dry. And then you would wax in between. And then you would put the monograms on, not pushing super hard because you don't obviously want it to pull anything up, but also you would want to make sure you fuzz that second transfer really, really well. Okay, this is driving me nuts. I gotta close this up. Okay, so let me flip the camera up so I can show you guys a little bit better what I'm doing here. Okay, so we did these cute houses, which are not even a chalk transfer, right? So actually the way it would go would be like this, the way I did it. So they match up. How cute is that, right? Super cute. And I have all these other sides that I can do as well. We also have lots of different kits available. If you want to try your hand at chalk, I always recommend you get a kit. And of course, I will put what we used here today that is Chalk Couture in the cart. You can always add to or take from. I always ask that you round up with lots of love at checkout because every single penny helps. It helps make a huge difference in so many lives. And thank you guys so much for hopping on. I hope you guys are well. Thank you guys for your support. And I will see you all here tomorrow for another awesome Chalk Couture project. Talk to you guys later. Bye.